Hello and welcome to Actions Taken for the Select Board meeting of Tuesday, September 5th. Our first order of business was an executive session where we discussed considered strategies with respect to negotiations with the fire union. And we also considered the purchase, lease, sale, or value of real estate in relation to properties in the vicinity of Town Hall and South Street and parcels owned by Humana off Chestnut Street. We then opened the regular open session at 6:30. We had our public forum suggestion. Two people came forward at the public forum, one to suggest a little town meeting primer document that similar to a document that Ashland includes with their town meeting materials. And that resident is going to share that with our town moderator. And perhaps we'll see a little innovation at town meeting this year, whereby people can sort of look up definitions and terms and procedures and maybe support their process at town meeting. Another member suggested some recognition for runners in Hopkinton for the marathon, in particular for the top two finishers that are running, that live in Hopkinton. I believe that he mentioned that Boston did that for their residents this year. Sounds like a great idea, adding to the list of things that we would like to do, hoping to celebrate the 100th start of the Boston Marathon in Hopkinton this year. The consent agenda included 2 sets of minutes, August 1st and August 23rd. We also accepted gifts to the library, $2,000 from the Public Library Foundation for their Library of Things, $350 from the Children of Legacy Farm lemonade stand to be used by the Children's Department at the library, and $10,000 from the Hopkinton Public Library Foundation to be used for sponsoring the One Book, One Hopkinton event. We also accepted a gift to the police department of $300 from the Fidelity Charitable Donor Advised Fund. The Select Board also approved a revised list of records access officers pursuant to the Massachusetts Public Records Law, and we approved a temporary sandwich board sign outside of the Golden Pond Assisted Living requested by the Hopkinton Women's Club and Hopkinton Emergency Fund for a charity golf event that will be held September 18th. And lastly, we considered and accepted the resignation with regrets and appreciation of Mary Beth Lavoie from the Sustainable Green Committee. Next, we had the honor of recognizing Ashwath Sridhar for his Eagle Scout achievement. He's from Troop 4. He earned the rank of Eagle Scout last year. He built a fortified bridge in the Whitehall property that will sustain foot traffic and bike traffic, certainly, but also horse traffic on a trail on the Whitehall property. So great appreciation and congratulations to Ash for that incredible achievement. We did not consider the police department promotions that were on the agenda. The board has elected to complete the departmental review first and also consider a process for future promotions at all leadership ranks, including sergeant, lieutenant, and deputy chief, before we make additional promotions at this time. We appointed or confirmed the town manager's promotion of Andrea Conboy to the Youth Services Supervisor for the Hopkinton Public Library. She is a current Hopkinton Public Library employee who has done incredible work with the Children's Services and is being promoted to Youth Services Supervisor. And we look forward to hearing more from her and her programming as her career with us continues. We appointed one person to the Conservation Commission. We appointed 2 people to the Cultural Council, and we elected to move 1 associate member from the Board of Appeals to the open regular member vacancy, and then appointed 2 new people to the open associate member spots. We also talked about the workload in front of us in September. We do have a special town meeting to prepare for. The schedule was presented in our, it's a draft schedule, was presented in our packet. The board and the town clerk support the draft schedule, but we will circulate that and finalize that with all the affected entities. It is primarily to support the decision about the Elmwood School replacement, and the ESBC2 was part of the conversation to set that meeting. The special town meeting will likely be in early November, and the special town election will likely be the week following Thanksgiving. We also talked about our strategic planning process and our all hands meeting that is upcoming. We will be discussing the budget message at our meeting September 19th. So we will need to invite the school committee and the school department, as well as the appropriate committee to that meeting and that conversation. And also the strategic planning process and the all hands meeting will likely kick off, we hope, in early October. Also in the packet was a draft budget calendar. The budget message is due to all departments and to the public from the select board before October 1st. And so we will be discussing that at the September 19th meeting. The town manager reported on the Main Street Corridor project. There is some information still to come about the absolute finalization of the project due to some of the work to underground the utilities being delayed because of supply chain issues. So stay tuned. We hope that at least the westernmost piece will be due exactly as we have been predicting all along before the construction season ends this fall. The most easterly portion may indeed be a little bit longer. We also got an update on the PFAS treatment project. There was a delay because of some fiber optic cable that needed to be laid. And we hope that that project is essentially moving forward without too much delay, but it has impacted the construction of that project. And stay tuned. We hope to have a definitive end date for that. We know that residents, all of us, are very interested in a resolution and understanding when to expect that interim solution, the interim filtering solution, will be in place. We are continuing our conversations with Southborough about the MWRA connection, the more longer term solution. We do, as most people know, we do have a new DPW lead department head, and they are in contact and will be meeting with their Southborough counterparts this week. So more to come on that, but we are on track with Southborough to continue that work. We also approved the payment in lieu of taxes, the pilot agreement between the town of Hopkinton and the Grasshopper Solar entity, and heard that Mr. Khumalo will be attending the 2023 ICMA annual conference. And we also released a series of executive session minutes at that meeting. We had liaison reports, and then we also went through future board agenda items. We have sort of cleaned up that list for going forward, but we have a consolidated list of priority items that we will get on near-term agendas. Some of those future agenda items have been absorbed into the work that is being done with strategic planning, and also some of the work that is being spearheaded or championed by individual select board members this year. And that's it for our meeting September 5th. Thank you so much.